Okay, good evening, teacher. Today I'm going to expose you the portfolio of evidence. Week 1, July 18. Welcome back. Activities. This week we did the analysis and reading of the course. We also watched a motivational video called The Clue, and then we expressed our opinions about the video. I am going to give you the material and resources to the last of the presentation. Answer to the questions. I think one of the things I learned was that every day we should do new things so as not to do the same thing every day. Another thing was that the video made me reflect on life, and honestly, I don't have anything else. And the second is I feel good. The third is I will perform my performance and participation with a 710 because I need to improve my English. And above all, I need to participate more because I almost never participate, only when the teacher orders me to do so. What I liked the most, the number 4, sorry. What I liked the most was the video, and what I liked the least was the review of the schedule because it got boring. Week 2, July 25. Introduction to American Literature. In this week, we carry out the following activities. Approval of the last version of the course syllable and chronogram. Explanations and dubs of the evaluation for this semester. Analysis and explanation of the reflective writing weekly report. Reading comprehension activity 1, American Literature in historical context. And the last, this is the first reading activity to be reported in the learning portfolio. Material and resources. I am going to give you in the last of the presentation, answer to the questions. The first is one of the things I learned was a little about American literature. I was also able to learn more vocabulary and also learn more about authors. That day I can go because I was sick, but I did it at home so I can evaluate my performance at school, and I have to improve my English. I felt so excited. I really liked the activities. What I liked the most was knowing more about American literature, and what I liked the least was the practice because it was very long. Week 3, August 1. American Literature Periods Group Presentation. This week's activities. Students present general and specific information about the periods of literature according to their groups and corresponding period. Students shared a summary of the most important information about the periods, authors, and characteristics in an infographic. Students pay attention and take notes about the presentation to report in the portfolio. I am going to give you the materials and resources in the last of the presentation. Answer to the questions. 1. This week I learned about Romanticism, Rationalism, and Native American. 2. I feel that my performance and participation were good. I just need to improve my English. 3rd, I feel very good. And 4th, I like it a lot this week. What I liked the most was the knowledge I had, and what I liked the least was that we only made presentation, so it was a little boring. Week 4, August 8. We don't have classes. The teacher had an appointment with the doctor. Week 5, August 15. American Literature Periods Group Presentations. Activities of the week. Students present general and specific information about the periods of literature according to their groups and corresponding periods. The students share a summary of the most important information about the periods, authors, and characteristics in an infographic. Oral Evaluation 1. This week, students start presenting the first oral evaluation, reflection about different topics of interest. I am going to give you the materials and resources to the last of the presentation. Answer of the questions. I learned a lot about the periods of literatures. My participation and performance were very good. I paid a lot of attention. I feel excited and I like these activities a lot. What I liked the most was knowing more about the periods, and honestly, I didn't dislike anything. Week 6, August 22. Dystopian literature, meaning and main characteristics. This week, we follow with the presentation. We had to pay attention. After that, we had to watch a video and then recognize elements of dystopian and express our opinion. Then we worked on the topic of the week and did the practice. I am going to give you the material and resources to the last of the presentation. Answer of the questions. 1. I learned to identify many things such as many characters and meaning character. 2. That week my performance and participation were good. I feel that I must improve my participation. A third, I felt good. And the last is I like everything about this week. Week 7, August 29. We didn't have classes, open house activity. Week 8, September 5, figurative languages, biography, and poems of Emily Dickinson. Activities carried of this week. Students watch the video about types of figurative languages and some examples. Students work in pairs and complete the exercise about the topic as classwork of the week. They read information about Emily Dickinson live and respond to questions. The students read 2 poems by Emily Dickinson and look for figurative languages example. I am going to give you the materials and resources to the last of the presentations. Answer to the questions. I learned a lot about the poems and I realized that I liked them a lot. I also learned a little more about the figurative languages. My performance that day wasn't very good. I need to improve my English. I feel happy and I like everything about this class. Week 9, September 12, portfolio, advance, and report. The students give the report of the portfolio to the teacher. Week 10, September 19, portfolio, advance 1, report. Students give the report of the portfolio to the teacher. Week 11, September 31, we don't have classes, institutional recess. Week 12, October 3rd, talking about the stereotype reading and poem about the stereotypes and Barbie doll by Marge Piercy. This week we did many activities. One of the activities was to watch videos about the stereotypes. We also read a poem and we had to answer the question of the poem. We also had to make a collage and finally make the forum. I am going to give you the material and resources to the last of the presentation. Answer of the questions. I learned a lot about the different stereotypes that exist. I also learned that no stereotypes is good, and I also learned that we don't have to look at the stereotypes that the society puts. My performance and participation in this class were very good. I feel that I must improve my understanding of English. I felt good. I really liked the topic covered. What I liked the most was the video, and what I liked the least was seeing the loss of the stereotypes there are. Week 13, October 10. Extra class homework presentation and discussion. Rice experiment based on Masaru Emoto hypothesis. In this week's activities, we made a presentation of rice. We expressed our opinion. We also had to upload the extra class and do the forum. I am going to give you the material and resources to the last of the presentation. Answer to the questions. One of the things I learned the most with the experiment is the power of words. Also that you don't have to hurt people, and that being a kind person can make a happy who is sad. In this class, my performance was good. I need to improve my pronunciation. I feel excited. I really like the presentation of my collages. What I liked the most was seeing the rice process, and what I liked the least was the ugly rice. Week 14, October 17. Reading the story, The Egg by Andy Weir. The activities are as follows. Students watch a video about the story The Egg. Students read the story again and respond to some questions. Students look for information about the author and respond to questions. And discussion forum 4. Material and resources. I am going to give you the material and resources to the last of the presentation. Answer to the questions. In this story, I learned a little more about the reincarnation, and I learned that we all have different points of view. I think my performance in this class was good, and I also need to improve my English. I feel good and I liked everything in this class, so there's nothing that disgusted me. Week 15, October 24. We don't have classes. We use the class for study. Week 16, October 16. Oral evaluation 2. Role play and analysis of a story. In this week, we presented our role plays and did analysis of the story. I am going to give you the material and resources to the last of the presentation. Answer to the questions. I learned a lot about the stories exposed by my classmates and also the story that my group exposed, which was Anne Frank's diary. I feel very good. It was fun. I really liked this class. What I liked the most were the role play, and honestly, I didn't dislike anything. Week 17, November 7. We don't have classes. We have the finals test. Week 18, November 14. This week we delivered the complete portfolio. We have to make a presentation expressing our opinion. Answer to the questions. I learned a lot about the American periods. I also learned about some stories like Anne Frank. I also learned that stereotypes should not exist. One of the topics that I still have doubts is that of dystopian and egg theory. I feel that one of the topics that will serve me in my life is the knowledge about the stereotypes and the experiment of rise by the power of words. I feel very excited because it's already the end. What I liked the most was the rice experiment because it taught me the power of words. And what I less liked was dystopian because I almost didn't understand it. I think I need to improve my fluency when speaking English. I think it was a 3 because I missed one or another practice. Honestly, this course seems very good to me. However, one of the things that I will change will be the forums, because making forums of 2% each, I feel that it does not make sense. I would also like the class to be more dynamic, but after that, I really like this course because I can improve my English. Okay, now the link of all the materials and resources. Okay, I make this drive. This drive have all the weeks to the practice. The week number 1, the week 2, the week 3, the week 5, the week 6, the week 8, the week 9, the week 10, the week 12, the week 13, the 14, 16, and the week 18. And that's it. Thank you so much.